Welcome to the Bivouac. This is the game of Excalibur. To play this game, you're going to need 2 flashlights. Today are represented by these blocks, a long stick for Excalibur, and a good number of players. To begin this game, one player is going to be selected as the Dark Knight, and they will take all 3 of these items and hide them out of view of the rest of the players, who will be hiding off in a corner somewhere. You can do this one of 2 ways. One where you give the Dark Knight 2 minutes to hide both of their things and then hide themselves. Or you can play the Dark Knight returns to the pile of players, and they will leave as soon as the Dark Knight arrives, and with a few second head start. Either way works. When hiding these as the Dark Knight, there are a couple of rules. The first thing, if you are playing inside a building, which this is what this game is ideally played inside a large building, and this game must also be played at night, the flashlights must be hidden on a table or table-like thing. If you are playing this outdoors, that rule is lifted, but you might come up with some creative way to make finding the flashlights a little bit easier. For instance, it might have to be touching something green or touching something gray. So that kind of narrows it down for the runners to find these flashlights. The flashlights are supposed to be easy to find, but not trivial. Excalibur can be hidden pretty much anywhere. Once those things are hidden, the runners will run out and attempt to evade the Dark Knight. If the Dark Knight tags a player, they are frozen, and they can freeze as many players as they can get onto. If a player finds a flashlight, though, they have the power to unfreeze. If any player is ever shined by a flashlight, they are now unfrozen. If a player is tagged with a flashlight in hand, the flashlight is frozen with that person. If both flashlights are ever frozen, then the Dark Knight wins. If all players are frozen, then the Dark Knight wins. If a player comes across Excalibur, it is their duty now to slay the Dark Knight by running over and tagging them with their sword. In this exchange, the Dark Knight could freeze the person wielding the Excalibur. If that happens, then the Dark Knight wins. But if the sword slays the Dark Knight by tagging them, then the runners win, and that is how the runners win the game of Excalibur. That is the entirety of Excalibur. Good luck.